What's up, everyone? This is Aaron from Studio 3B. Listen, I've been trying to stream live on Facebook for the past couple hours, and I ran into an issue. It was coming out of one speaker. When I plugged in my guitar into my audio interface, it was coming out of one speaker. This happened to me before. This happened to me with QuickTime. When I was recording with my QuickTime videos, it would come out of the left channel. This is quite annoying, and I wanted to find a solution. Let me show you what I figured out. Okay, to get this solution to happen, what I did was do a couple things. I decided to use my DAW as a mixer. That was pretty smart. So what I did was create a bass track, a beat, and a guitar track. These are the rhythm section of my band. Then what I wanted to do was play lead guitar over these instruments. So I created a lead guitar track and I armed it. Next thing I did was create a vocal track and I armed that. So my vocal track is coming into track 2 on my audio interface, and my lead guitar is coming into track 1 on my audio interface. Next thing to do is to make sure that everything sounds good. So make sure that you are in tune and have a good backing track, and make sure your levels are set correctly. What I did was record a sample bar or measure in my DAW and make sure everything's mixed properly. To make this work with live streaming, what I did was not only send the signal on my mixer to outputs 1 and 2 on my audio interface, which would essentially let me hear it through my speakers. I sent it to outputs 5 and 6. Where do outputs 5 and 6 come from? Well, that comes from this little software package called Soundflower. Let me show you Soundflower. Google Soundflower and it brings you to this GitHub location. Download Soundflower, install it, and now you have a new audio device on your Mac. To start using Soundflower as an audio device, go to Launchpad, Audio MIDI Setup, and add a new aggregate device. I called this one Going Live. Select your USB device and also select Soundflower 2 channel as the 2 devices to use in this aggregate device. For clock source, select your USB device. For sample rate, I selected 48 since that should do just fine. Now what you want to do is come back to your audio devices in your DAW and select Going Live as your output audio device. Once you do that, go to your mixer and add output 5 and output 6 to your output devices. This will stream both channels to output 5 and output 6 in mono. Also, add a limiter to your master bus. The limiter will ensure that you have the right leveling to go stream live. I set my output ceiling at -1 decibels. Next, select the bar or measure that you want to loop through while you play over it. I selected this range. The song can have an intro, but once it gets into the loop, it'll loop that continuously. Next, what you do is mic up your guitar and your vocals and arm the tracks. Then what you could do is hit play while you're live, and it will play the audio as if it's a live mixer. Okay, I went and got my guitar, and now I'm going to try this out to see how it sounds. Now we're getting into the bar that we're going to loop. now this can just keep playing continuously in the background while you play over it. And this is how I've developed the band without having a band. This is the solution that worked for me. If there's anything I could do to further elaborate on this topic, or if you have any further questions, leave it in the comments below. If you like this video and you think it helped you, click the like button. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Thank you.